Alright, what's up, my friends? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And nice quick stream today. We're getting in, we're getting out with our Delver secrets. We're doing a donation bonus league for Stevomat. Probably saying that right. Who knows? But because we got a donation bonus league here for Stevomat. For those who don't know or maybe new to the stream, a donation bonus league is $50. You pay the man being me, and I play your deck. Pretty simple. So Stevomat has sent me this pretty sweet Jeskai Delver deck, and we're gonna do a little pre-game, post-game deck tech, and then play the deck through in a league, and see how it rolls. How's everyone doing today? Green Robbie and Eternal Madness, Million Little E will get you on Friday, right, my friend? I'm gonna have a long stream on Friday. Don't have too much time today. I did a coaching session, and then I have hockey tonight. Quick shout out to Nicole though. So Nicole came in to steal my phone during my coaching session. Was very, very rude, but I have to forgive her because she won HQ for me. $10 too. Usually it's like 50 cents to $1. She won a really difficult HQ and won $10. So everyone give a hand to Nicole for winning HQ for me. And yeah, pretty sweet. So let's take a look at the deck we got here. The first thing I thought of when I saw this deck was I thought back to my good buddy Dan Jessup, his first ever foray into competitive Magic for the most part. I've known Dan for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now. And me and my good buddy Max Teets were going to a PTQ. And Max had this really cool Jeskai Delver deck that he saw online, and Max was playing it in the PTQ. And Max had just met Dan recently. He's like, Dan's going to come too. My buddy Dan was Dan's first PTQ. And obviously, he just wins it. Just shows up and wins his first PTQ ever. This is back in 2012. It was a PTQ for Pro Tour Barcelona. PTQ was in Philadelphia. And very similar to the deck we're looking at today. This is back before the Allied Fetch lands were even in the format. So there was no Flooded Strands yet. So some off-color fetch lands. And also, Dan was playing Step Links, a card that no one's seen in a long time. Step Links often attack for 4. I believe Dan killed his finals opponent on turn 3, 2 games in a row, with Step Links and burn spells. So, but similar idea, Helix Path, Remand, Serum Visions, all the usual stuff. So it reminded me of Dan's deck, and it's funny because it's just Dan's first PTQ ever, and first time I ever met him was on this trip. So I want to give a shout out to Dan. It's just pretty funny. So. But yeah, it was funny because it was actually a PTQ weekend. There was one on Saturday, one on Sunday. So we drove from Philly to Boston and stayed in a hotel overnight. And Dan was like, "Oh, so I'll just play tomorrow too, right?" And we're like, "Sorry, Dan, you won the PTQ. You can't play again. You're already qualified." So Dan had to sit around on Sunday and couldn't play. Wah. But don't ask me how I did those PTQs. So let's get step back to the present here. Look at this deck. So we have an aggressive Jeskai deck. Playing a lot of the usual Jeskai suspects in Lightning Bolt and Lightning Helix and Snapcaster Mage. But we're playing a more aggressive version of a deck. So instead of playing the control cards like Cryptic Command and Teferi and so on and so forth, we're playing 4 Delver of Secrets. A card that has done well in Modern. I did top 8 an Invitational playing Grixis Delver a few years ago. And Geist Saint Traft, one of the more threatening cards in the format that fallen by the wayside a little bit, a little slow. Then we have 2 Gideon of Trials, a card sometimes seen in more controlling blue-white decks. So that's our threat base. Also have 1 Grim Lavamancer, and we had a few interesting ones here too. So we have a Forked Bolt as our 5th Lightning Bolt effect. I'm pretty cool with this card. Obviously very good against Affinity, humans, any small creature deck. This is often going to kill 2 creatures, which is really, really good for 1 mana. And then in the matchups where it's not a Fork Bolt, it's just a shock to the face, which is fine. We got some Spell Pierces. Not super huge on this card in Modern. It's definitely fine, but it's certainly dead in some matchups. So I'm not thrilled to have 2 of these in the main deck. But you do want some forms of disruption. So we'll skip this one for a second. We got Path, of course. Remand, not a card normally seen in control decks. It's more of a tempo card. Remand is quite good in a deck like this because you just want to buy time. So it's basically just a time walk. So I'm pretty happy with Remand here. We got one Boros Charm, taking a page out of Burns' book. Actually kind of cool with Geist as far as making it indestructible, but for the most part it's a 4 damage burn spell. And then we got Slip Through Space, a little sneaky colorless sorcery here. 1 mana cantrip, makes a creature unblockable. So naturally this card is very, very good with Geist Saint Traft. The big threat, of course, with Geist is your opponents can't Lightning Bolt it or Fatal Push it, but they can just put their Tarmogoyf in front of it, or their 2/2, a Snapcaster Mage, whatever. So Slip Through Space, obviously very good here. They also can't blow you out with the removal spell. So one of the fears of the card like this is you play it targeting your creature, and they bolt it in response. And you get 2 for 1, which is really, really bad. It's actually just devastating. So Geist doesn't have that problem. Obviously, it has hexproof. The downside here, so we'll look at all the cards, I guess, first. We'll get some downsides. Our last card is Jeskai Charm. I don't think this card was even good in Standard. This is not a card I want to put in my deck in Modern. It just does. The problem with Charms and most modal spells is they're like all-in-one printers. They can do everything, but they don't do everything well. If you want a good copier, go buy a good copier. You want a good photo printer, go buy a good photo printer. You know, this is just the all-in-one. It's not going to do anything well. It's a bad removal spell. It's much worse than Path. It's a bad Boros Charm, and it's a bad pump your team effect. We're not really going wide. So, not good on this card at all. I'm also not very happy with Slip Through Space. Unless you're casting it on Geist or maybe Gideon of a Trials, it's just too risky. If you play it on Delver and they Fatal Push your Delver in response, you've probably lost the game on the spot. So, I'm not really thrilled with this card. I do like that Gideon is an extra target for it. We're also a little light on cards to cast it on. You know, if we play against a deck that kills our first 2 creatures and don't have any creatures in play, this card's just blank. We can't even cast it. Unless we're going to cast it on their creatures, which they may not have. So, I think in these colors, there are better ways to get our creatures through. I'd prefer just playing more burn spells if possible, or another Path to Exile. So I'm not really happy with the Slip Through Space. Also, we have one Search for Azcanta in here. And while I think this card is one of the best cards in Jeskai Control, it doesn't really push our aggressive game plan either. So, it's just a little off plan. It is kind of cool to be able to find lightning bolts and stuff, but this card's really going to suffer in your slower matchups. In your faster matchups. Not really a fan of that one. So I think the cards that jump out to me as not really being impressive are Search, Jeskai Charm, both Slips, and the Spell Pierce. I actually like Lavamancer a lot in this deck. Wouldn't mind a second one. I wouldn't mind having 4 Helix and maybe an extra Boros Charm as well. Wouldn't mind having another Remand or 2. Spell Pierce is alright. That's kind of where I'm at. Mana base wise, a lot of fetches, a lot of duels. I also wouldn't feel crazy for trying out Step Links in this deck, like the old version of a deck. Because Step Links does a lot of damage. If you just get that first hit for 4, that's usually enough. So, that's also interesting to me as well. But without it, we have mostly a fetch land, shockland, mana base. We have one of each fast land, an Inspiring Vantage, Seachrome Coast, and Spirebluff Canal. I'm not big on Vantage in this deck because Vantage cannot cast Serum Visions or Delver of Secrets on turn 1. I'd rather have, I think Spirebluff Canal is the best dual land in this deck as far as fast lands go. Conversely, I think that if you want to have a buddy land in the deck, I think that a white one would be better because your white cards usually come online later. But I don't think you can play buddy lands as well as fast lands in a deck like this because you can't afford to have it come in tapped. The first few turns are far too important. We also have a castle, which I do like as a way to push through our Geist of St. Traft. It's a nice little addition. Card I don't like here is Slayers Stronghold. Now, this card's pretty cool, but it is really, really cool to give your Geist of St. Traft haste in the mid game. That costs 6 mana. That's really expensive. And the downside is, this card doesn't cast any card in our deck, but these. This card cannot cast any of these cards. That's a lot of cards it can't cast. So, I'm not very happy about this. The times this screws you is definitely going to be far exceed the amount of times that it helps you. So I'm not big on Slayers Stronghold. Yeah, I'd want to focus more on Spirebluff Canal. Otherwise, the mana base is pretty reasonable. One of each basic is pretty cool, and the castle is good. Looking at the main deck as far as cards that are missing, I'm a little surprised to not see Monastery Swiftspear in this deck. Definitely a usual card to see in sort of these like aggressive spell-based decks. But one other 1-drop would really make me happy. Whether it's Monastery Swiftspear or whether it's possibly Step Links, although that might just be bad. It's refusing to sort the deck by mana cost. Okay. Magic Online, we're trying to do stuff here, and I know you got problems and all, but okay. So I would like to see more 1-drops in favor of the Search for Azcantas. I'm not really sure about these Gideons either. We'll see. But we'll try that. Sideboard's got 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Stony Silence. I like these sorts of hammer sideboard cards in white decks. Rest in Peace is a little awkward with Snapcaster Mage, but a knockout blow against the deck it's in. I might prefer a different piece of Graveyard Hate, perhaps even Surgical, to Rest in Peace, as there aren't really any true all-in graveyard decks in this format. But Stony Silence is great, Purge is great, Clique is great. I honestly think that these Gideon Vitrials would probably be better as Cliques in the main deck. I think Clique is really, really good in aggressive blue decks. So I think we're a little light on Cliques. We got a few extra counters on the board, Disdainful Stroke, and Dispel, and Ceremonious Rejection. All these cards seem great. I wouldn't mind a few more of them, honestly. 1 Anger of the Gods is a little weird. It does kill most of our creatures. I think Explosives might be a better card in this slot. 1 Sulfur Elemental. This card's not really... I don't really see why we're playing this card. Does kill Thalia, some stuff, but Deflecting Palm is cool. I've been unimpressed with Dampening Sphere in Jeskai Control. I think it's even worse in this deck because we're playing a lot of cheap spells, and the spell cost affecting part affects us too. So if you want to go like Bolt, Snap, Bolt, it makes it really hard to do that. I think we're probably fast enough to hopefully beat Tron and Storm. I'd rather a different hate card for Dampening Sphere. Dampening Sphere makes it so lands can't tap for more than 1 mana, and every spell costs 1 more for Dampening Sphere, whatever. And 1 Wear and Tear is obviously great. So things I like, things I don't like. Overall, the core of a strategy is pretty cool. Basically a burn deck with more interaction. And let's jump into a league and see how it goes. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Donation bonus league for Stevomat, Jeskai Delver. And let's rock it. Mantis Rider, a possible option. I don't like Spell Queller. I think that's a little too reactive. But I think Mantis Rider might be nice. Mantis Rider is definitely worse in this deck than in humans because it's not a human. So you can't really get it above 3 toughness. But obviously Geist is very good in a lot of matchups. More 1-drops is definitely something I'm on board with, whether it's Step Links or just Monastery Swiftspear. Thank you for the congrats on the top 8. For those who don't know, I made top 8 at SCG Minneapolis last weekend playing Jeskai Control. Was the 1 seed after the Swiss and got summarily crushed by an Eldrazi Tron player in top 8. He had really, really, really good hands. He just destroyed me. So we got a new sub. We got Leclerc Andy. Leclerc Andy, what's your name? Where you from? How long you been playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? Favorite deck of all time? Most important, what's your name? Where you from? And puppy name, please. Thanks for subbing. Appreciate it. Ooh. Yeah, about that. Yeah. Do I think Mana Traders is worth it? Probably. Tips for starting Magic Online? Be more specific. We're going to keep here. We're seeing a little bit of the threat lightness. Got to bottom this for sure. We're just going to hope Serum Visions helps us out a little bit. Mountain. Goblin Guide. Okay. I'd imagine this matchup is pretty good for us. We have a lot of Lightning Helixes. We have a pretty fast clock. Geist Saint Traft. This mana base right here is pretty painless. We We cast Serum Visions and they cast Eidolon. It's pretty bad. Although it is nice to set up a Goblin guy with Serum Visions. I think that we can cast Visions on turn 2. Try and set up a Geist on turn 3. So we're just going to Fork Bolt here. We also have this Jeskai Charm, which can give +1/+1 on lifelink. Yeah, not very keen on this card. A little too cute. A little too cute. Starting fresh and building a collection. Start with the format you want and go from there. I mean, Mana Traders is definitely a cool option. Owning cards is good too. Our opponent played a Smuggler's Copter. So now we're just totally off the radar. We have no idea what's going on. Perhaps some sort of Goblin deck or something. Looks a little appealing to leave Remand up because we have no real interaction here. We do have Serum Visions, so we could path them also. We really want to set up a threat. That's our biggest thing here. We can't just sit here. We're not a control deck. I think given that, we're going to play Serum Visions and just leave up Path to Exile. But Helix Castle Delver. Awkward, but good. We're going to bottom Castle for sure. We're going to have Plains. I think we're going to keep the Helix. And probably play a little bit of a longer game here. So, old basics are sweet. Our new sub is Anderson LeClaire from Syracuse. Hospitality college student. Awesome. Favorite card ever is Karn. Favorite deck is Tron. Sweet. Alright, so let's see. We have no idea what's happening here. Our opponent could play actual anything this turn. Mog Fanatic. Okay. It's a card. I think Smuggler's Copter is definitely an underplayed card in Modern. This card is really, really good. Reckless Bushwhacker. Alright. Imagine we're crewing on the stack here. Now I got 2 cards left. I mean, the Helix on top of our deck. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. What do I think is better, Eldrazi Tron or Mono Green Tron? I think Eldrazi Tron's a terrible deck, personally. I think it's just a super high variance deck that if it draws well, will crush everything, but is pretty inconsistent overall and bad against humans. I think regular Tron's better. Alright, so we draw our Helix. We could just cast Delver here. They have a Fanatic in play. It's a bad idea. We just ship here. Like their card quality is so low that we can just kind of play a slower game and kill some stuff. Jeskai Nahiri is pretty bad. Serum Powder Eldrazi versus Eldrazi Tron. I personally prefer the Serum Powder deck. I think it's just doing more powerful things more consistently, but what's up, LeClaire Andy? New subs. We have a private Discord chat server. All you have to do is link your Twitch and your Discord. If you're a new sub, it usually takes a little bit for it to sync up, so you might have to wait like an hour. Alright. So we kind of want to get rid of this Mog Fanatic. Hello. Cannon Spectacle resub, thank you. So we can Delver, but now we're just gonna Helix this Bushwhacker. This is a pretty real attack here. Do I think Mono Green Tron can win an open? I think anything can win a Modern Open. But yes, I do.
Perhaps today is a good day to die.
Thanks for following, everyone. Appreciate it. Oops. Alright, so you go to 19, take a pretty big hit, go to 10, 11, 11. Remand looks pretty bad this matchup. Thanks again. Alright, Snapcaster Mage is a great draw. We're probably just gonna play the value game here. I'm just gonna trade this Delver off. It's important to recognize your role in matchups. And even though we're a somewhat aggressive version of Jeskai, we're definitely the control deck here. Our opponent is just clearly trying to punk us out with some bushwhackers and stuff. And our goal here is just to stay alive and not get punked out by lightning bolts and goblin grenades. So, Stanley Cup Finals. I actually fell asleep during the game last night. I watched it with Nicole. I slept through most of it. I was just exhausted. I was on like 3 hours of sleep from travel, and yeah, I just fell asleep. But I heard it was a really good game. But yeah, so I've been rooting for Vegas all playoffs, and Vegas is awesome. But I would also like to see Ovechkin win a cup. So I am pretty neutral on rooting for rooting purposes. I just don't care who wins. I think it's going to be an insanely good 7-game series, no matter what happens. So I'm just excited to watch some great hockey. I think if Goblins was a deck in Modern, it wouldn't be busted without Port and Wasteland. Another Copter? Sure. I'm going to draw land here. Alright, that is a good land. So now you get to, we would love to snap Helix, but we can't with this Copter attack. Ooh, they are not crewing? Or they are crewing. Yeah, Nicole said it was a great game, and I missed out. But so yeah, we're gonna snap Path here. We can't afford to give him a loot. Just gonna take our 2-for-1s as they come, and eventually we'll just win the games. Our cards are good. Yes, Goblin Grenade is definitely a card we're on the lookout for. Goal is to not get cheesed out. I think Blue Moon's fine. I think Jeskai's better. Slowwatch Copter does seem very good in this deck, honestly. It's like a high individually powered card in a deck full of like a lot of weak synergy cards, while still being very aggressive and offering a level of flexibility.
Hey man, cool stream. Grats on your top 8 smiley face. Are you gonna be at the GP Barcelona?
No, I will not. I very rarely for travel for GPs, and I would definitely don't travel overseas for them. But thank you, I appreciate that. Jeskai Charm, the Copter, and they just cast it again next turn, right? Like, doesn't really do anything. Like, that's a card we need to get rid of permanently. Again, I think this card is really, really bad. I mean, delaying a creature for 1 turn or being a hard-to-cast Boros Charm is just... bleh. Am I going to be at the Indianapolis SG Open? Most likely. Alright. I wonder if his Remand will ever be good. They cast like a Siege Gang Commander or something. I'm casting it on anything they play. They play a Mog Fanatic, I'm going to cast Remand. So you got to cycle it. Thanks for following, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Burning Tree Emissary, Remand. Gotta draw some spells here, I'm not gonna lie. I guess Remand on Grenade is pretty good, but we gotta draw some spells here. We can't just sit here. Remand my own charm, it's possible. Resub, Clemson, thanks my friend, I appreciate it. If you're tuning in, welcome to the stream. We're doing a donation bonus league for Stevomat, Modern Jeskai Delver. We've already gone over the deck. If you missed it, it'll be up on YouTube. Okay, well, I guess I'm a dum-dum. And now he can't fetch. Seems weird for them to just cast Goblin Grenade like that, but... okay. Alright, well... now we're drawing lands. Rebuy Snap to snap the Helix. If I could stack damage, I would do that, but... I think it is likely they have a Lightning Bolt. Maybe, maybe not. It's kind of a weird play. Heh. Alright, alright. No Sphinx's Draft. This is an aggressive Jeskai deck with Delver, Secrets, and Geist Saint Draft. I did not put the deck list on the overlay. I knew I forgot something. I apologize, my friend. Alright. Okay. Gotta draw a spell. We're not playing control. Let's go. And they now have 4 cards in hand. We have a Mog Fanatic. That's probably bad for us. Now they have a Bolt, we're dead. Not going to say we're in trouble, but we're in pretty big trouble here. Our opponent is playing extremely conservatively as well. We charm a Snapcaster, they'll kill a Fanatic, or the Bolt that I think they have. They probably don't have it now, but... Alright, we are at a healthy 3. Slip through space, Slayers Stronghold, Serum Visions. I mean, I guess we just rebuy next turn. Could have held that, I guess, but not very thrilled with this card either. Well, we were playing around Bolt until they cast Mog Fanatic. Once they cast Mog Fanatic, we can't cast it. I guess we could have, in response to the Mog Fanatic, Jeskai Charm the Snapcaster Mage, but... Geist, Delver, Bolt. It's going to be very difficult to win this game. So they have 5 cards in their hand, and they're probably all Lightning Bolts, and they're just playing around counter spells, I guess. We are going to Bolt this Mog Fanatic, which feels awful. If by some miracle we're allowed to Geist, Stronghold it, and then gain life later with it, that could be a cool thing, but I mean, I think this game alone is an argument against Jeskai Charm. Stoke the flames, us. Yeah. I mean, we're just dead. We're just not going to bother playing anymore. We need to show our opponent any more cards. Their hand is obviously like 9 burn spells. So, alright, so, yeah, we saw there basically how bad Jeskai Charm is. It's more expensive than Boros Charm and didn't do anything. So, Visions, Remand, Visions. I could have done that. I mean, Remand does play around Goblin Grenade, so if I only have 1 Goblin, but no Super League this week. However, this Thursday afternoon, I'll be doing a streamer showdown of Brawl, which is pretty fun. So, alright, we're going to bring in Anger of the Gods. We don't have much here. Celestial Purge. Maybe we want this card? I don't even know. Search for Escana's got to go. Remand's got to go. I mean, honestly, a lot of our cards just suck here. It's Deflecting Palm? Like, Vendilion Clique? Like, Remand and Spell Pierce are almost worthless. Search is also pretty bad. This is pretty bad here. I mean, Clique's not good. It's better than Remand is. It's possible Search for Azcanta is just better than, like, Sulfur Elemental. Not ideal. So that game, we saw we had a lot of problems. We were stuck on mana early. Couldn't find a threat. Then we drew like 5 lands in a row. And then we were so low it didn't matter. So we're playing Glacial Fortress too. Yeah, you can't play buddy lands in an aggressive deck, really. You just can't risk them coming in tapped here. We're going to keep this hand, but it's pretty sketchy. Spell Pierce is pretty bad. I also think our spell count for Delver is a little low too. Cards like Gideon Trials don't count, obviously, and they're also like non-creatures. All right. Yeah, basically just a Jeskai control hand here. I didn't win HQ. Nicole won HQ. She stole my phone. Foundry Street Denizen. This Fork Bolt's probably going to be really good. We're going to set up for next turn with our Serum Visions. I probably shouldn't have played that land. That was stupid. Okay. Island and Sacred Foundry. I think we're interested in both of those. Yeah, obviously we shouldn't have played the land in case we drew a fast land, but whatever. Spell Snare would be good in this deck. I actually like that. I think Spell Snare is a pretty good card. It's like a 1 or 2 of in this deck. Burning Tree Emissary. Alright, let's see what they got here. They have 4 Emissaries and a Bushwhacker? Probably. Nope, just a Foundry Street Denizen. Fork Bolt's looking pretty good here. Almost wouldn't mind a second Fork Bolt, honestly. Because Fork Bolt's so good in like the creature matchups. We have counters for the non-creature matchups. That's Sammy, Burnsy's brother. I think Spell Snare is great, but you can't draw too many of them. Hence 1. So, looking pretty good here. They have 2 cards left and a Mog Fanatic, and we're at 17. So, that was real aggressive. Our opponent just sacrificed their Fanatic to Goblin Grenade us, and we're at 12 life. That's a pretty wild play, I'm not going to lie. Sure. So now we have Helix, Snap Helix. We're in pretty good shape here. They could have Skullcrack. It's kind of a weird card for them to have, but kind of just want to Helix them and set up flipping this Search for Azcanta. Yeah. Sure. Show me a Skullcrack. It seems very unlikely. Azcanta's so good. Not really, I don't think Azcanta's very good in this deck, but it's a very good card, and a very good card in a matchup like this where we're just basically the control deck anyway. So, Spell Snare reprint? It'd be a cool card to reprint. I don't think it's like broken or anything. Alright, opponent. Well, you've wasted all your resources to Goblin Guide us. That's a whiff. That's a whiff. I mean, now there's no reason to do anything but activate Azcanta for the rest of the game. So, we'll just sit here and eventually win the game, and they can't ever win. Which feels nice, I suppose. So yeah, apparently Mark Rosewater said that they considered reprinting Counterspell in Dominaria. That would be busted in Standard with Teferi. I think it would be an interesting card to have in Modern. I don't think it would be broken. I think it would be good. Alright, we want both these cards. I think we're going to Snap Helix them end step. And not activate Azcanta. But yeah, I think that Standard, Counterspell would be too good in Standard currently. I think there's points in the past they could have reprinted it where it would have been very reasonable, but I do not think that time is right now. Our opponent still wants to keep playing. Yawn. Reprint Mana Leak. Yeah, that's probably fine. Mana Leak is very good, but it's probably fine. Obviously, no effect on Modern in that regard. Thoughts on French Onion Dip? All right. Yeah, we're just gonna do more of the same, I guess. There's a chance they board in Blood Moon, so you know what? I'm gonna bring in a Wear and Tear. They showed us Copters, and they could have Blood Moon. So I think a Wear is a nice hedge. I don't think we want, like, this click sucks. Let's take the click out. I mean, normally this would be a pretty good hand for us. Put mulligan to 6. We're gonna keep. Just gonna lean on our Serum Visions. I did initially think this was a Lightning Helix, but it's a stupid Charm too. Maybe this is a loose keep. Note to everyone: you should not board in Relic of Progenitus against your Snapcaster Mage decks. It's basically just a mulligan. It's better than the other ones are. It's better than like Rest in Peace and stuff, but it's still pretty bad. We're leading on Serum Visions because we want to draw land next turn, so Helix Fork Bolt. That is great. So now I get to go Delver, Fork Bolt, flip Delver next turn with a Helix. I mean, it's also bad against Search too. Just like, if you're gonna waste your mana doing this early, I'm stoked. Legion Loyalist. No, they're 1-drops. So do we Fork Bolt a singular Legion Loyalist? Probably not. I mean, given that we have nothing to do with our mana for the next 2 turns, maybe we just do. Yeah, I think we just do. We have Snapcaster Mage also. What's up, Blazari? We know our top card is Lightning Helix. Feels pretty good. Suppose if they have Blood Moon this turn, we get blown out. Actually, that might have been a mistake. Might have been better to leave the white up in case they have Blood Moon. Like, they have 3 cards in the hand that aren't 1-drops. We might get blown out here. Galvagrade's a sorcery. They have bolted us. That's a really weird aggressive play. Our opponent is playing very weird and very aggressively. What's up, Big Daddy Dave? Folks tuning in, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Donation bonus league for Stevomat today. We got Sammy and Burnsy hanging out too. Sammy is Burnsy's brother. Wake up, Sammy. This is your big chance to replace Burnsy. Wow, nothing? Nothing again. Yeah, we're just going to attack. Yes, John and I are doing well on Cuphead. That's the John and Jim show. You can watch those on YouTube. We'll be doing another John and Jim show this week, where me and John have been playing through Cuphead. The game is very, very hard. So we leave up Wear Tear here to hedge against a Blood Moon, I'm fine with that. Also, if you're playing Relic, just main phase it every time. There's no reason to wait till end step. Just reduce your opponent's options. There we go. Do they have the Blood Moon? Like, I think we're at a high up left total. We can just, like, take some damage here and play around it. John and Jim show is probably tomorrow. Like, they probably should have sacked this Relic already. Exquisite Firecraft. Oh, we could currently counter that, but we don't have the means to do that, so I'm just going to Helix that. So, feeling pretty good here. We can see here, again, I'm pretty unhappy with this card, too. Like, our cutesy cards just aren't looking very good. We could just Jeskai Charm here and gain 4 life. Which honestly, probably isn't that bad. But we can also just take this opportunity to slip.
Just wait longer.
So he doesn't get countered. What's up, Hooch? Welcome, my friends. If you're tuning in from the YouTube, you're awesome. If you're watching on YouTube, you're also awesome. Make sure you follow the stream. I can see us taking the opportunity just to gain 4 here. I think this is fine. We don't want to ever cast a card when they have mana available, so I'll just do it now. Essentially, like, gain 4, deal 1. Just counters the Firecraft and does more damage. If they had Blood Moon, they would have cast it last turn for sure, so I don't think we're really scared of that anymore. And next turn we have Boros Charm. We have Snap Helix if we draw land. Would have been nice to take that opportunity to cast the Slip Through Space. Yeah, we get it. Alright, sure. Yeah, Jeskai Charm's not very good. Pyrojack says, Jeskai Charm is like the Walmart greeter of this deck. Someone gave it a job, but it's not like it does anything. Listen, there's a lot of good Walmart employees out there that are having a great time. Making some money. Be nice, you know? Oh, they finally did it. Okay. Foundry Street Denizen. So, like here, if they say go, I don't even want to cast this. The risk is really high. Risk versus reward is pretty serious. I would say 0 of the 3-color charms are playable in Modern. Another Delver? Okay. Probably just block here. Target their dude. I mean, that's just like... We could do that. Like, then why are I even playing this card, you know?
You're gonna die, clown! You think that's funny?
Band Charm is terrible. Goblin Grenade. Opponent. This is probably the most aggressive opponent I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. Our opponent has taken such aggressive lines every game so far. Alright, let's see what we reveal. I'm probably blocking with Snapcaster Mage. It's a land. Well, now we can just kill them. We should go instant Boros Charm, then one. Yeah. So we're gonna chump and just. I don't know. I don't actually know what we die to. We're just gonna jump block and not die to something stupid. Do not bring in surgicals against Jeskai. That's not a good idea. Whoop. Okay. So once they have Surgical Extraction, the game is over. As I said, should be a good matchup for us. So, cool. All right, cool. So, definitely we're seeing some of the fears that I had about some of the cards in the deck. The cuter ones, Slip Through Space, Jeskai Charm. I think those could be tightened up a little bit. Oh, sure, whatever, there too. That's correct. They couldn't Surgical. So, we're seeing a little awkwardness, some of the cards that I wasn't really fond of, but that kind of matchup is not a great representation for the deck because we're just a control deck anyway. You know, we're trying to see the more aggro side of the deck, and we haven't drawn Geist yet. So, isn't Manus Rider better than Geist? I don't think so. Geist kills much faster and is obviously immune to removal spells. I think Manus Rider's good too, but yeah, we're really missing another 1-drop here, I think. Like, we're going to keep this on the back of Serum Visions, but if you don't draw a Delver early, we're a little light on spell. Oh, boy. All right, no Thoughtseize? All right, good. I think the Search is insanely out of place in this deck, too. Like, Search for Escant is, wow, bottom. It's not really what we're trying to be doing. I think Spellcaller is too reactive. It could be good, though, honestly. The problem is the more creatures you play, the worse your Delvers get, obviously. So, oh, God. Alright. Guess we're just casting Search. Swamp is kind of a weird start. I don't have to fetch a duel. Buddy Land's also, like we were saying, a little awkward here. Alright. Lightning Angel is dope.
Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Thanks for following, everyone. Appreciate it. I don't know what my opponent's doing. They chose to keep 7 cards. I guess they're playing like... Yeah, we're not playing Swiftspear. I do agree Swiftspear could be very, very good. Like I said, Dan Jessup's first PTQ ever was about 6 years ago, playing a deck like this with Step Links, which I think actually could be pretty cool in this deck. They discarded a Grizzlebrand. That's actually kind of scary. But, alright, so we're going to search first. Top card's Vantage in the graveyard. Delver. Lightning Helix. Wah! Is there a place for Lightning Angel in a competitive deck? I'm sorry. Like here, once again, we just can't cast this card. Like, they are probably playing a combo deck and can't kill our Insectile Aberration, but alright, so they're going to end step cast Goro's Vengeance. We're going to Spell Pierce that. And thankfully we have a Snapcaster. So Spell Pierce. So Spell Pierce obviously good against the combo decks. I could buy Spell Pierce. I think 2 Spell Pierces is fine. Got him. Top card is Lightning Bolts. I'll take that one. We could cast Slip here. Just like Cantrip. And we have End-Step Helix and Bolt. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna draw a card here. We draw like a Remand or a Spell Pierce. Hey, alright, so now we actually just can't lose. So, better lucky than good. We drew both of our Spell Pierces and our opponent was mana screwed. Night's Whisper? You can have it. Yeah, okay. You dead. Alright, I guess I'm an idiot. I didn't consider that. Got a little cocky there, I'm not gonna lie. They discarded Cathartic Reunion. Top card is Lightning Bolts. Put that in the graveyard, we flip Search, but right now we have Pierce, Snap, Pierce again. And don't really need Search for Azcanta. Yeah, we're just gonna draw that. That way, if we don't use Spell Pierce, we just Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Opponent played a card called Nourishing Shoal, which has you exile. You can play it for free by exiling a green card, and then you gain life equal to the mana cost of the green card. So they exiled a Worldspine Worm and gained 11 life. It's part of their combo. Sure. Spell Pierce. All the Spell Pierces. We're going for the kill again. They only have 2 cards left, so. And one of them's obviously a large creature. I suppose it could be a Worldspine Worm, but cool. Alright, so got a little lucky there in drawing our important cards. We are going to want this Vendilion Clique. Rest in peace. Deflecting Palm is cute. Obviously good against a Grizzlebrand hit. I think we want that. Linda Nod, play it, just probably the same. Jeskai Charm's out, which is terrible. There's not a search for Azcanta matchup. I don't think anything is really. Again, Slip Through Space just seems awful. Like maybe we're just cutting all the cards I'm not really happy with. And bringing in some interaction, not a ton. I suppose it Dispels the card you want also. Probably cut this Forked. I guess Path to Exile is bad too, right? I don't ever really want a Path. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this card. It looks like it'll be really, really good, but if you're playing Snapcaster Mage and cantrips, it's actually pretty bad. Yeah, I guess we're going to leave in some slips because we actually just don't want Path to Exile at all. Alright. Jeskai Charm can put Grizzlebrand on top of their deck. I mean, just the card's just really, really clunky and bad. Alright, so obviously the first time we draw a Geist, we draw 2 Geists. But we're still keeping here. Opponent mulligans to 6, we're going to keep. You keep any land with Serum Visions and lands, you know? Why wouldn't I want Path? It's only good if their Grizzlebrand already gets in play, in which case you might lose anyway.
You used to call me on my...
Thanks, Phone. Really can't see why you would play non-blue decks. What do you mean? I should have fetched. That was a mistake. So I want a top now. I just played the wrong land. All right, this is fine. You never do. Whoever tops anyway, you know. Actually, I don't know why I top that Bolt either. I gotta stop talking. Stop talking. Start thinking. Like Bolt's just not a card we're looking for right now. Dispel is great, but Bolt is not really furthering our plan in any way. It's not great. They can't beat Dampening Sphere. I mean, they could just, like, put a Worldspine Worm into play or something. It's just so bad for us, too. Flashback looting, sure. Hand obviously a little slower with no 1-drops. I think we're definitely missing 1-drops in this deck. Be it probably Monastery of Swiftspear, maybe Step Links, maybe. There's a world where we want Step Links in our deck. Like here, we have the Dispel. We can't really use it. I'm sorry, we have the Geist, and we can't really cast it because it might just kill us. So we're going to play Clique and then play Geist next turn, which kind of sucks.
Perhaps today is a good day to die.
Turn 2 Blood Moon. Yeah, it's fair.
Perhaps today is a good day to die.
Wizard Lightning. Ryan Overturf did play a pretty cool Wizard deck at the Open.
You used to call me on my
Thanks for following, everyone. Jeez. I'd say we're pretty firmly in the driver's seat here. We're about to cast Clique. We have Dispel for one of their things. We got a pretty fast clock going. Their hand is World Spine Worm, Pact of Negation, Bergamos Enraged. That is quite the cards. So if they draw, I kind of want to take the Pact, because Pact just answers the Dispel. It doesn't give them a new card. We could just leave it also, because their hand is atrocious. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. The thing is, if we leave it, our Dispel is worthless. And if they draw a random card, they still need to draw more cards to go off anyway. Yeah, I'm taking Pact. Puppy counters at, we have 361 subs. We lost subs over the weekend, unfortunately.
Excellent. 10 points to Gryffindor.
Oh, man. There it is. Alright, so we're dead next turn. And they gotta beat our Dispel. That's a new sub. Hooch. What's up, my friend? What's your name? Where you from? How long you been playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? Favorite deck of all time? Most important, what's your name? Where you from? And your puppy name, please. Don't forget also to hop on our Discord chat server. Yeah, the Grizzle Brand deck is pretty weak to interaction of any kind. So, cool. We're 2-0. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Once again, we're playing a donation bonus league. This is Stevomat's Jeskai Delver deck. Things I like, things I don't like. We've talked about it a little bit. We'll keep going on that. Possibly we should have clicked ourselves. No. We really want to see their hand. And the game's over in 2 turns anyway. So the cards we're drawing don't really matter. Thanks for following, everyone. Alright. It's not great. It's pretty bad. I think we have to keep it. But it's pretty bad. We have Delver Helix, Snap. We have a fetch land at Pseudo Scry with Delver Secrets. We're going to keep. It's pretty bad, but Moonbreaker Mulligans. We're going to fetch, I think, a Hallowed Fountain on turn 1. Well, I don't think Search is bad because we're an aggressive deck. We're not a control deck. And Search is a very slow control win condition. We're trying to, like, Delver Helix Bolt you, you know? Hello. Little Bant Spirits. All right. Hooch is Arthur from DC, living in San Francisco. Favorite card is Pithing Needle or Rancor. Started playing in 93. Damn. That's a long time ago. Sweet. Arthur, thanks, my friend. Appreciate it. Flooded Strand. Awesome. We are drawing the card we didn't want to draw, which is they land. I mean, we're not going to Helix Mausoleum Wanderer. I guess we're just going to play land as they go. It's kind of shitty. Yeah, we've played against a few off-the-cuff decks. Our opponent is 3-1 in this league. So, they're doing fine. I think, Big Richie, I just totally disagree. It's just way too slow. We're trying to kill our opponent. We're playing Geist St. Traft, for God's sakes. You know, we're trying to kill our opponent quickly. You can't give your opponent time unless you have a really good end game. We don't really have a great end game. You know, we're not playing Teferi. We're not playing Cryptic Commands, Colonnades. Why no attack? I do not want to trade my Delver for their Wanderer. Selfless Spirit. Okay. So I guess we're going to have to fetch here. I guess that makes our mana awkward. I wanted to play fetch land so we could pseudo scry with Delver, but I guess this is pretty painful, I guess. No poodles, I haven't. Yeah, I probably should play the Sulfur Falls. I just wanted to scry really bad with Delver. Now we're taking much damage for no reason. And they get to fizzle our Helix too. Maybe this is just wrong. I think it's counter it too. I don't even know. It's right here. They counter it's fine too, I guess. Alright, that's fine. Goal is to get our Delver through next turn. Flipping it. Path to Exile. Okay. Path's fine. Best way to deal with Teferi on board. Good luck. Alright, no Geist is pretty cool. This is all fun. Could have Path here, I suppose. I imagine they would have upkeeped it if they had it. Okay. We're taking ourselves off of Snap Helix here, but I don't think we're that interested in that yet. Maybe I actually just want to like snap the visions here. Like Snapcaster Mage is actually a card in play, and like we'd like to draw non-lands over the next few turns. Okay, this is all reasonable.
Welcome aboard.
Awakening Cadaver says, do I think $60 a month would be worth it to pay to play almost any deck in Modern through Mana Traders? Probably, yeah. Alright, Geist Rattle Chains. We got the Geist Mirror here. They play Queller Vitus too. I considered pathing the Wanderer at the end of last turn, but it would have given them their fourth land for company. They didn't already have it. This didn't seem like a good idea. Okay. They're at 13. We path Rattle Trains and get in for 5. Play a Chump Blocker. We have Snap Path. Path, Snap, Path. I'm pretty happy with all that. You have 3 cards left. It's pretty likely they have another company, maybe. I think we're going to snap Path now so they can't untap and spell color it. And just put effectively lethal on the board. Snapping Helix is worthless. So they have only 6 with Geist. We can go to 1, untap, and possibly kill them. It depends. Obviously, they have company. It's bad for us, but... Unclaimed territory. Wow. You really play more than 4 Cavernous Souls in this deck? Seems weird. Noble Hierarch's not a spirit. That's a weird card choice in my opinion. Unless they can't afford Caverns, which seems unlikely. Got everything else. Opponent's deck is definitely a better Geist deck than us, but Lightning Helix, Snapcaster Mage, Lightning Bolt are all very good cards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a company here. We block, they can Castle or Selfless Spirit. I'm a little concerned here. If they have a Spell Queller, that's pretty good too. Queller, block 2, take 5. They're dead to a Bolt. They have company. We probably just can't win once we drop Spell Pierce. I'm going to take this and go to 1. I suppose they could company into that, like, what's it called? Lord, but... Need a hit here. Geist St. Traft is not a hit. That's really bad for us. Alright. They have Queller. They're probably going to... They did not use it. And we drew another Geist? Oh my god. Alright. I believe we are dead now. I think he played pretty bad this game, honestly. We could have pathed that creature and taken a few less damage. I think we just played bad. Alright. We're dead. You win, opponent. Alright, what do we want here? Sulfur Elemental's kind of cute. Not a lot, honestly. I mean, Jeskai Charm's got to go, I think. Slip Through Space. All the cards I don't like are pretty... Dispel is good because they have company. Possible counter spells and Path. Spell Pierce, I guess it's fine. It's gonna get company. Well, I didn't know I was drawing Geist. I didn't know my top card, so I was hoping to draw a burn spell. Don't really like Search for Escanta either. Not a big fan of Gideon either, regardless, honestly. Most of these Gideons were just clicks. I guess we're keeping Jeskai Charm to race. Like, Sulfur Elemental is kind of cute. Kills Selfless Spirit. I guess it's bad against other stuff. Maybe just don't want this card. I don't know. I guess Deflecting Palm is okay. Yeah, something like this, I guess. Haven't drawn Gideon yet, no. Don't think it would be really good, honestly. Just not a great card. This hand's fine. I'm going to turn 3 Geist into play, some Serum Visions. We keep drawing this damn Jeskai Charm, but I don't think you want Anger. They have Selfless Spirit and counter spells, and it kills all of our creatures too. It is true, Anger does not seem very good in our deck. What's up, Potato? Potato. Fork Bolt is pretty good. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Fork Bolt. The 3rd Geist, bottom. I want that 3rd land, though. Would prefer no Noble Hierarch here. Okay. Island it is. Mausoleum Wanderer. Because I'm a wanderer. I'm a wanderer. Alright, so we're going to fetch. Taking a lot of damage here, but kind of have to. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Castle Mesa. I do have a little bit of interest in this castle for our Geist. 4th land. Yeah, we can take that. Bottom. Deflecting Palm. I'm gonna bottom that too. Yes, I think Spellcaller is interesting, but you can't play Queller and Geist. Your deck is just clunky as all hell. Alright. Well, we didn't put in our Sulfur Elemental. Kind of want to conceal my castle if possible. They were already at 12. Jeez. Castle is for Geist. I think this would be a good matchup, honestly. We have so many bolts and fork bolts and stuff, but we're just drawing our Spell Pierces and Jeskai Charms and taking a lot of damage from our lands. I think fetching duel is necessary. My opponent says someone called the police. What does that mean? Like we stole theirs? Thankfully on Magic Online the margins for cards are pretty low because bots are so efficient. So if you buy like a Geist Saint Traft for 20 tickets, you can usually sell it back for like 17 tickets or 18 tickets, which is not that bad. It's much better than real life margins, which are like 50%. Drogskull Captain. Alright. So, this isn't that bad, I guess. Just 6 damage. So we can... And Mausoleum Wanderer is really annoying. Just throwing that one out there. And Jeskai Charm is so bad. Like, if we could path the Captain and then attack with the Geist and Jeskai Charm and gain 8, that'd be pretty dope. But we can't do that because let's counter with this thing. So... we're kind of dead. Can Jeskai Charm to bounce this, I suppose. Or you can just do it and make them sack it and kill it. I guess that's what we're doing. We attack, it'll make them sacrifice the Mausoleum Wanderer. So we're basically using Charm to kill Wanderer. And just hoping that we can do more stuff here. Unfortunately, if they have a company, they'll probably play it in their main phase, so our Spell Pierce won't work. But can't imagine this resolves. However, we needed to kill it or we were just dead, so. So let's draw like Lightning Helix or something or other. You got the old Path to Exile Spell Pierce synergy too. It doesn't feel very good. Alright. This looks like a company. No, it's a Bygone Bishop. Let's let bygones be bygones, I suppose. I think we're in some pretty serious trouble. Lightning Bolt, Gideon of the Trials. So we're dead. Guess we can put the Lightning Bolt on top. And if we are fortunate enough for our opponent to play a spell, then we can Remand and then we can cast the Lightning Bolt. It worked! We did it! Still alive. Definitely dead, but still alive. Bant Spirit's too strong. Top card's got to be, I guess, Lightning Helix, I guess. I don't even think we have any outs, honestly. Casting Charm was pretty loose. The swing back was not 3 damage, only 3 lords in the deck. I mean, they're just going to play stuff and pump it and kill it. And I don't think we were ever resolving the Jeskai Charm anyway. So it just being a removal spell was fine. I think. Would Anger work with Castle? I mean, that does work together, yes. Hey, Gab. Thanks, appreciate that. For those who haven't caught him yet, Gab Sang is an old school Magic pro. Just started streaming, go check him out. Eidolon of Rhetoric. Alright. Yeah. So, it'd be nice if you stopped during Jeskai Charm. We're 2-1. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Donation bonus league for Stevomat. Things I like, things I don't like. We'll discuss changes I would make to the deck at the end of the league. We're about to go into round 4. I think that matchup is probably fine for us. We just drew a lot of our clunkers. Like, we didn't draw enough bolts. Fork Bolt, Grim, like Lavamancer, Fork Bolt. These cards seem really good. I mean, I think that our deck is just misbuilt by a number of cards. We've drawn a lot of those cards. Like, we're just like a more aggressive, better removal version of their deck. So, without company, I think we're pretty favored, but that's right. Oh, yeah. So, Sal's saying I didn't like this card. Yeah. Doesn't really cast any of our spells. Not big on this card at all. Mulligan. Alright. Alright. Serum Visions. Island. So, like, Gideon's like a cool card and all, but I just would rather have a 1-drop. You know, we're trying to be aggressive. Like, your Delvers are not going to be good, and your Boros Charms and stuff, unless you're being really aggressive. And, like, Gideon's just, like, not that aggressive of a card. You know, at best, it's like a 3-mana 4/4. Which is kind of, like, obviously, Geist is very aggressive, which is great. You know, Geist is a good, aggressive card, but Gideon is not. Hallowed Fountain, untapped, go. It's pretty interesting. I mean, we're not really doing much here, but okay, that's a good card. Obviously, by playing Hallowed Fountain untapped and saying go, our opponent is saying they have a Logic Knot or Mana Leak or something. Yeah, I think Mono Sister would be great in this deck. I think Step Links might also be cool. Blurm, you have a donation bonus league on tap. Are you, did you email me? Someone who had a donation bonus league, their check bounced, and they wouldn't, I responded to them, and they didn't say, I let them know what happened, and they emailed me back, and I asked them who they were, so I could know what league it was, and they didn't answer. So, Blurm, you have a donation bonus league in the queue. It's going to be on Friday, assuming that's not you. Alright, so our opponent's definitely playing Jeskai Control. They have... This is actually pretty funny. So we're going to use our search for Azcanta as bait. I mean, if it resolves against a Logic Knot here, it's also great, but... Our opponent's going to think we're playing Jeskai Control, but the reality is we're playing Gideon Betrayals. So... Thought Scour, Bedlam Reveler? Yeah, it's pretty bad with Snapcaster Mage and Lavamancer. Well, Blurm, either you responded to the email or you didn't, so they had negate. Wow, okay. You want to have negate? There's a chance our Geist would have been good there. And now they just have cryptics and stuff. This is probably bad for us. Ugh. Wow, resolved? Correct. I don't think that Azcanta is good in this deck. We discussed that. I'll discuss all my my parting thoughts at the end. This is pretty good. Gonna make them use some burn spells to kill my Gideon.
How did you get here?
Thanks for following, everyone. So now they have to bolt, Helix, or Snap Helix the Gideon, which may give us an opportunity to land our Geist Saint Traft, which would be really, really good. They do have Verdicts in their deck, though, so it's not like they don't have ways to kill it. Alright, there's the bolt. Sure. And they once again have Cryptic up. And we can't realistically cast our only threat. So we're just going to keep massaging a little bit here. Draw Snapcaster Mage. Delver Lightning Bolt. We're pretty happy with all of that. So we're going to go top. It's possible we should have found an opportunity to bolt them. So if we drew a Snapcaster, we could have set up Snap Bolt. But for now, this will do. We're going to Helix. Next turn we have Delver. Oh, I'm sorry, we gotta bolt them. Don't have Electrolyze. Seems like a very difficult matchup. Also, you can land a Geist, like, early. Alright, so no land, go with 4 spells in hand. If we cast a Snapcaster and they have Electrolyze, the game probably just ends. But it does take them off Cryptic. Yeah, we're just going to do it. Can I get an upstairs in chat, please? Upstairs. Top card's a bolt, too. Hit me. Thanks, Goober. Thanks, Lavamancer. Thanks, Pyrojack. Snap Helix? It resolve Geist at least. Possibly resolve Geist, I guess. Not necessarily. Alright, everyone cross your fingers. This is probably our only chance. Oh, don't verdict me, please. Don't verdict me. Don't do it. They don't got it. They got it. They don't got it. They don't got it. Alright, now the game actually might be in good shape for us. Shit. Can you believe the nerve of these people? Now we're just super dead. Typically in the matchup of 2 similar decks, the deck that is bigger wins. Standard Magic axiom. They kept the card too. Oh god.
What the hell is that?
Garage!
We have a long way to go, folks. Yeah. Probably conceding. Oh, slip through space. Oh boy. I mean, the good thing is, what I always say in Indonesian bonus leagues is that our goal is to learn, not to win anyway. It's usually the goal on the stream most of the time. And hopefully we can see how the cards I didn't like in the initial deck overview have been underperforming pretty hard. Perfect example right here. This card just doesn't do anything. We can't even cycle it. You know? Just not really worth a card. So we're just gonna scoop here. We should have no way to win. There should bury us in Azcanta, and it might take 10 minutes and we're gonna lose. So we'll just save some time here. All right. So where do I want? Click. Dispel. Creature lands? Conrad's pretty expensive. Sinister, be nice, my friend. This is a donation bonus deck. We're all family here. We're all friends. We all help each other out and be constructive. Deck's pretty sweet. Just needs a little bit of work. I guess Jeskai Charm is Ghost to the face, right? I mean, the slips have to go. We can never target a creature with slip, ever. So, Dan, I may have opened the stream showing everyone your deck list from that PTQ. Telling a fun story. Oh, where's the, I'll find it. Reopen old tab. Reopen closed tab. There it is. Yeah, Dan, we started the stream looking at your deck. This deck wants Step Link so bad. Everyone's side of Dan. First time. So if you missed the beginning of the stream, I said this deck reminded me of this deck that Dan played. This is Dan's first ever PTQ. The first time me and Dan met. 2012. It was a long time ago. Jeez. 2012 PTQ. Dan Jessup shows up for his first PTQ ever and just wins it with this really sweet Step Links, Delver, Geist, Jeskai Delver deck. Pretty sweet. Alright, so yeah, we're cutting the slips, putting in these. That's probably just it. Disdainful Stroke could be okay. Counters Cryptic and Teferi, but it's pretty bad. The old Step Links. Yeah, as I said in the again earlier, Dan won the finals in 6 turns. He kills his opponent on turn 3, both games with Step Links draws. Oh my! I mean, this is the hand we want. This is a threat-heavy hand. We're 1, 2, 3 on pretty good threats on the play. We're gonna keep. This is the one matchup where Search for Azcanta will probably be pretty good. What's up, Acid? Right now we're doing we have some leagues in the queue. We're doing them all on Friday. Probably time for one more. All right. Just Coast. What killed modern Delver decks? The card Remand got worse. The removal got better. Hit me. Arid Mesa. Damn it. I guess Dan's deck was pre-Gitaxian Probe, I think. Alright. We'll get a Steam Vents here. Look at that combo. 2 cards that are strategically opposite. Delver of Secrets and Search for Azcanta. Amusingly, they work somewhat well together, but definitely diametrically opposed. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Search shows us Flooded Strand, Graveyard. Delver shows us Remand. Oh, we stacked it right. And this is good. This is good here. We're gonna crack a fetch, I think. I'm trying to fill this graveyard up for Search. Let me just get a mountain. Alright, we're rolling here. We're rolling. Visions is great. We're 2 turns away from Verdict, so that is true. 1 mana 10/10s are better than 1 mana 3/2 flyers. Death Shadow took a lot of Jeskai's Thunder. Verdict is a tough one. Not being able to stop Verdict here is pretty brutal. Dan, was Verdict legal back then? Spell Pierce? Also doesn't stop Verdict. Like, I don't actually want the Spell Pierce if they cast Verdict next turn. We're going to bin this. We're also getting closer to flipping Azcanta anyway, so thanks to Devouring Abyss. This week I'll be doing my usual Pro Tour prediction article. I've done very well on those in the last few Pro Tours. Doesn't Boros Charm stop Verdict? It does. Spell Qualifying your Verdict does not feel very good against the Lightning Bolt, Lightning Helix, Path to Exile deck. Yeah, I guess I could use more Boros Charms, honestly. Boros Charms, like, if we just cut a lot of the cute cards and played Boros Charms and, oh man, they got Pathos, and we drew our third basic, that's tilt. We're going to Remand here. It's just worth it. It's worth 3 damage and a drawn card, add a card in the graveyard. Yeah, screw it, we're just doing it. If they had Verdict, I don't think they would Path here, so... And even if they have Verdict, they're dead. Man, Geist is really hard. I didn't realize how hard that hit was. Drawing Snapcaster Mage off of our Remand, pretty good. Oh, yeah. Oh, cast that Verdict. Oh, yeah, how do you feel? How do you feel? You feel dead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what I want? I want to look at their hand. Let's see what they got going on here. Show me your hand, opponent. Anything spicy in there? Cryptic, Logic Knot, Path, Snapcaster Mage. Alright. Cool. Make sure the coast is clear here, you know? Alright. Left in a lot of cryptics. I don't think that Disdainful Stroke is better than any of the cards in our deck, so it's fun. Can we steal one here? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see if we can. It's going to be a pretty hard game on the draw here, but a lot of games stolen from Jeskai control in the last few days, you know? Stroke's good against Knot, too, it's true. I mean, Sulfur Elemental's pretty bad, dies to everything, so this hand's fine. We could do this. Shouldn't Jeskai Charm just be Boros Charm? Yes. What gift wasn't family friendly? I haven't done it yet. Thanks, Vault. Oh yeah, the top 8 of Minneapolis was all good matchups for me and a mirror, and then Tron was my one bad matchup. Although I beat him in the Swiss, so like putting fetch lines in the bin is obviously good for Lavamancer. Probably just gonna attack with it a few times anyway, though. Oh, Cocaine Dino? Yeah, I'll probably get rid of that eventually. Once I actually move and I have more time, I'm gonna update the stream pretty heavily. I think Lavamancer's great too. I think this deck could love more Lavamancers. The thing is that like our deck is like a slower, worse version of Burn, but our advantages are that we're better against removal spells and we have interaction for combo decks. So you want to play that up and then play cards that are good against the cards that are good against you. So like other decks like Affinity and Humans are just faster than us. We just cast the turn 2 Geist. I didn't think we could do that. Didn't think that was a thing. Wow. Alright. This is the bed you've made, opponent. I forgot everything I was saying. I'm just floored. What is this? Click? Sure. That was sweet. Alright, go ahead, have a look. Oh, Gov.
Keep up the great content and bring us back to basics in Legacy.
Gov. Thanks for the resub, my friend. I appreciate that. Alright, I mean, I hope you got a verdict, friend. Otherwise, you are dead. And thievery will be had. You got it? Yeah, G Lavamancer in chat. Thanks for that sacrifice. That was a beautiful, beautiful thing you did. Just falling on your sword there to cast turn 2 Geist. Like, I think if I Mind Slavered my opponent that turn, I might have made that play. Oh, here we go. Click number 2. That's a little annoying. If we can't find one of our many removal spells to kill it. Do I think green-white Zoo is viable in Modern at this moment? Like, just green and white? They didn't take our Helix? That seems really weird. Our opponent has played this game very bizarrely. Just going to throw that out there. Like, how do you not take Helix there? Gideon have a Trials? That's pretty dope. So now we're just dead. And now if they verdict, we just kill them, so... all damage our permanent would deal. 4. Do we Gideon the Clique? Nah, I think I can just block next turn. Oh, they clicked themselves. Oh, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. Did they click? They clicked themselves both times. I'm just an idiot. So they didn't know our hand? Okay, sure. So yeah, they clicked away a Snapcaster Mage and a Cryptic Command. Got it. Alright, so that makes more sense. I just didn't notice. Magic Online's not very clear about that. So we Helix Click, get in for 6, they go to 3 and just cast Gideon. We plus Gideon on Click, they just chump the Angel. Yeah, we're just going to kill the thing. Cup Finals, I've been following Vegas all playoffs. Pretty stoked about Vegas, but I'd also be happy if the Capitals won because Ovechkin deserves a cup. All I want is an insane 7-game series, and I'll be a happy man. They chump the Angel, you Gideon animate and burn their face. I mean, they're dead anyway. I can't imagine they actually have a card that makes them survive, so this is fun. Like, I don't know what we're dispelling that we care about. So, yeah, insane finals. Like, this has got to be the best finals in the last, like, 10, 15 years, right? Just insane upstart Cinderella team versus... It's also just super exciting and fun to watch versus one of the best goal scorers of all time in his first Stanley Cup final trying to win the cup that he desperately deserves. Like, what a great finals. Couldn't write it better. Electrolyze themselves. Solid play. Solid play. I respect it. We stole it. For some reason or another, our opponent decided to path our turn 1 Lavamancer that was actually a Mons Goblin Raider just to give us Geist on turn 2. Yeah, I slept through the game last night. I just fell asleep on the couch because I got about 2 hours sleep. Minneapolis, we were out till like 2 a.m. watching the Cavs game with Cedric and cube drafting and stuff. And then I had a 7 a.m. flight, so I got like 2 hours sleep. So we were watching the hockey game. I was awake for the first period, and then I woke up when it was 4-4, and I woke up at the end of the game when it was 6-5. And Nicole told me I missed a really good game. Where'd I eat in Minnesota? I actually ate at the diner that one of my viewers told me to go to. Was it Hoopla or something? I don't remember who it was. But someone told me to go to his diner, and I ate there, and it was really good. Like, really good. So, thank you for that tip. We also ate at the sports bar next to Ryan Overturf's store twice, which is fine. These slip through
Coming back in 5
spaces.
minutes. Just wait.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What the hell is that?
So theoretically, our deck should be better against Tron than a regular Jeskai deck, but this hand is not exactly doing much for us. So, could be in trouble here. Also, super awkward to have an Island and a Boros Charm and a Lightning Helix. What was the name of the diner? Praise everything. It's Blue Tron, the deck that can never win. It was the Nicolette Diner. That place. It was good. I had a very, very good open-faced turkey sandwich. It was delicious. We did see Star Wars. I have no comments on it. I don't want to... I think that even me giving my opinion would be a spoiler. It's only been out for a few days. Go see it if you want to see it. I have no comments on the issue. And no spoilers in chat. I will ban you for life. No joke. Ban you for life from the stream. No spoilers in chat. Alright, so... I guess we're just chilling. Sure went to karaoke? Maybe. I mean, Killjoy, I wasn't going to drink. So, like, I can't do karaoke if I'm not drinking. So, I wouldn't really had a great time. It is true. Han Solo is in the movie. That is fair. That is a spoiler. Someone said Cedric was a bandwagon fan in chat. Yeah, Dan, I agree. That is the most preposterous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I have never seen anyone in my entire life, as a sports fan, as a person who plays sports, love a team and be more emotionally invested in a team than Cedric is in the Cleveland Cavaliers. It is unbelievable. Alright, so this is fine. Like, we can't not cast our spells. They have Tron regardless, so... J-Mac, he is fully aware that they're going to be swept in the finals. Whoa, they didn't counter it? We made this emblem here. They can't actually remove it, right? Whatever. Thanks, Major Pains. Yeah, Cedric thought that if the Rockets won, the Golden State won last night, right? And if the Rockets won, that they had a minor chance, and if Golden State won, they have actual 0 chance. What is this? I considered that, actually. I was like, I guess if they ballista, they can shoot it down easier, but alright, whatever. Probably should have plussed. Spell Pierce. Wow, that's a good card. Nice Tron lands. We're going to cast the Slip Through Space on our opponent's Walking Ballista and see what they do. That's the best. This is the first time casting this card, I think. Maybe not, but this is the life we're living right now. They let it resolve. Wowzers. And now we're just going to path it, I guess. And then Helix them or Boros Charm them. And hope we can win, because I don't know if we can. Let's do it on their turn. There's no reason. Actually, I guess they could counter it. I'm not going to counter it. And I want them to pump mana. I guess we'll just do it now. Correct. Yeah, plus is definitely better there. Yeah, we couldn't actually beat Dugan anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but... Nicole and I are actually going to regionals this weekend. Nicole and I are going to the New Jersey regionals. Nicole never gets to play, so she's pretty excited. 2-4. So we gave them enough mana to Mindslaver us. Alright. Fine. Alright, so they're playing Tron. But, like, really crappy Tron. So you have, like, a pretty good chance to win. Stroke, Dispel, Rejection. You get to cut the shitters in Jeskai Charm and Slip Through Space. Keeping, like, 2 paths, because they have Worm Coil, probably. Oh, yeah, the Jersey one's, like, right outside the city. It's actually really close. So it's only like an hour and a half drive. So Nicole and I are gonna go. Dan, if you're interested and want to go, let me know. I assume you aren't, but invite's there. Dampening Sphere or Damping Sphere. This card just sucks. I don't want, like, they're not even a good Tron deck, and we're just gonna make our spells cost a lot more. I don't think you want this card. Gotta work. Gotta go to work. Can cut like Fork Bolt's pretty bad. I'm pretty happy. I guess Jeskai Charm's okay. It's just better than like Fork Bolt. This is fine. I think we should be in reasonable good shape here. Like, they don't assemble Tron with any regularity. They only have 4 maps. And our deck is just like fast and they have no removal. Alright, mulligan. Alright, keep. So, that's a pretty interesting one. I think we want that. We'll draw a land for Geist. And we have a Snap Bolt Remand available. We want that. Helix Bolt. So, we need a land for Geist. We gotta bottom both of these. This is getting scary. Upstairs. Alright, maybe we're in trouble. Oh, there's our lands. I want to cast Geist with Dispel backup, so we're going to keep one of these. Let's take 2 also. Whoa.
Would love you to do a deck tech of this deck I play.
You got it, Jade. We'll do that after this match, alright, my friend? Thank you. And then I gotta roll, because I got a hockey game tonight. I missed my game last week for Standard Super League. That was fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, that Remand. Oh, yeah. Spell Pierce, too. Yep. So you can just Snap Bolt this Trinket Mage and just go to town. And then you get a map here. You Spell Pierce it too. Chalice of the Void? That's pretty weird. Okay. Well, not gonna lie, that's an annoying one, but Dan, sounds good. Dan, I think right now the only points of contention are we leaving on Wednesday or Thursday? I'd prefer to leave on Wednesday, but obviously if you can't, that's fine. I also wouldn't mind leaving like Wednesday afternoon if you have work. We could just crash somewhere on Wednesday night. I would like to not get into Roanoke at like Thursday at like, 10 p.m. or whatever. So I know Pete said whatever's fine with him, and I'm sure whatever's fine with Andrews. It's mostly on you. So whatever works for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not very familiar with Mono Blue Tron because the deck is unplayable, so. Alright. So, hopefully we can go coast to coast with our Geist here. And once I cast Chalice on 1, they can't cast map anymore because that's just good deck building, so we should be fine. That's that Eldrazi Tron lifestyle of deck building. Last day is Tuesday? Alright, cool. So let's leave like Wednesday morning. So we'll have a nice day to relax on Thursday. Repeal of a token? Nah. Nah, if you're gonna chalice me, I'm happy to use this as a Boros Charm. Thank you very much. These people. Just playing their chalices and their expedition maps. TV, check out my article this week on StarCityGames.com, where I make my traditional 5 predictions for the Pro Tour, which I've done every Pro Tour over the last 5. And I've been saying I bet about like 3.5 out of 5 as far as my predictions go. So, all right, well, we're putting them to 3. They let the chalice get countered, so they're going to 3. Unless they have an Ugin or an O-Stone here, they're dead, or Wormcoil, I guess. And even then, we're drawing to a burn spell of any kind. So let's go. I could definitely lose this game. Mindslaver is also pretty good, I guess. Okay. If they have a repeal, I think we lose. If they don't have a repeal, they can't really do anything. So, what's up, Outlaw? Folks tuning in, welcome to the stream. If you haven't followed the stream, hit that follow button, of course. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, you follow on there. Make sure you follow me on Twitter as well. My opponent is trying to figure out if they can not die or not. Do a little promotions. Hop on Twitter, give me a follow at JimDavisMTG. My goal for the year is 10,000 followers on Twitter. We're a little short so far, so give me a follow the stream, and we win. Just like that. Game 3, let's go. So I got Chalice the Void. So you probably want to bring in this Shatter effect. And I think I want to cut all the paths. They have Wormcoil. Screw them. I want to cut some of the ones anyway, so let's do it. Deflecting Palming and Emrakul seems hard because they'll see the Deflecting Palm when they Mindslaver you, so Venamine, you are correct. Yes, they weren't actually dead, but article goes up on Friday. That's kind of weird, actually. I guess so my article will be up as the Pro Tour is starting. Usually my articles used to be on Thursday, now they're on Friday, but it's still fun. I don't think Stony Silence is very good. It only stops map and like Ballista. I'm gonna keep. I like Vision. Relic, sure. I guess if I knew they had Relic also, I may have been a little more interested in Stony Silence, but Mono White Death Impact is still playable. I think that deck is pretty bad. Alright, so they have a second Relic, sure. Guess I don't bolt them. Let me just hold on. I guess they could have Chalice too. They have O-Stone too. Maybe it's better. Really want to just kill them and not derp around. And they have repeal and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it. Alright, so I want them to pop these relics. I think we can find a time to just bolt, snap, bolt them in between a relic, hopefully. So I think we're going to wait in the bolt. We're going to get Geist is pretty good.
Just finished doing a write-up for the deck. Hope you like it, and I'd love for you to play it.
Damn. Pike, you awesome. Everyone show some love and chat for Pike. We're playing this deck. Blank white screen deck. It's loading. See, they stack both relics? God damn, I'm good. Alright, so we'll be playing this deck, Sultai mid-range. Probably on Friday. I gotta get things in order. Does Friday work for you? Pike? Let me know if it does. Alright? Thank you. Alright, so now we're in great shape. Opponent's mana screwed. Got those relics out of the way. We're resolving a Geist. We're resolving another Geist, maybe. This game's probably just over. Our Sulfur Elemental is worth +2 damage on our Geist. Get it? So lucky. Sweet, Pike. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Long stream on Friday. Probably doing like 12 hours. I have like a million donation bonus leagues to do, so I know my life's so hard. Okay. Sulfur Elemental, too strong. Let's see what they do here. Like, repealing an Angel's pretty big. Alright, we're gonna fire in here. Why did they pop both relics? They were mana screwed, and they needed an island. Take 8? They had the repeal. God damn. Alright, sure. It's fine. Still in excellent shape.
I don't have any deck to make you play, but just take my money, carrot, carrot.
Everyone show a absurd amount of love in chat for Shazdoom. Shazdoom, you the bomb, alright? Thank you so much, my friend. Everyone show, like, I mean like an absurd amount. I want the screen to scroll so fast. It's like I'm watching a ninja stream. Alright, yeah. Pretty easy spell pierce here. Carrot, carrot. Alright, are they just dead? They gotta be just dead, right? This is 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they're just dead. We did it, folks. I will admit that our opponent's decks were not of the tier 1 variety. This is a competitive league on Magic Online. I can't control my opponent's play, but either way, that's 4-1. Book it. Donation bonus league 4-1. Cool. Chat's scrolling. It's not as fast as Ninja's chat, though. Pretend Drake is here, alright? So, wrap up on the deck. Despite our good finish, I still think a lot of the cards in this deck could be fixed. Basically these. These are the cards that I'm personally unhappy with. Charm, 2 slips. Oops. Charm, 2 slips, 2 Gideons, a Search for Escanta, and the Slayers Stronghold. These are the cards I'm adamantly against. I think we saw, for the most part, in most of those matches, that these cards really, really underperformed. Gideon was fine against Jeskai control, but it still dies to path anyway, so it's not about it. I would like to see 4 more 1-drops. Probably Monastery Swift Spear, but I would be interested about trying out the Step Lynxes. Probably not, though. It's probably just Swift Spear. I would like a second Lavamancer and a second Fork Bolt to shore up those bad matchups. I'd also like a 3rd Remand. So we have 2 Spell Pierce and 3 Remand main deck. I wouldn't mind another Boros Charm, maybe. I want 4 Helix, though, for sure. It's definitely 4 Helix. And yeah, sideboard's pretty fine. I think Sphere is pretty bad. I think Pyromancer could be a cool sideboard card, maybe for grindy matchups. I think Purge is great. I think Rest in Peace is medium. I think that Surgical might be better. Stony Silence is great. Clique is great. I actually would want 1 click main, 1 click board. Stroke is good. Spell is good. Rejection is good. Maybe a Negate in the board also as an extra counter spell. Anger seems bad. Just rely on your Fork Bolts and your Lavamancers for that kind of job. I think this card's also pretty bad. I don't think you really want this card. Palm is fine. Sphere is pretty bad. And Wear and Tear. If you're playing 4 Delver, 4 Spear's not a wizard, never mind. Manus Rider, I think, is worse than Geist in this deck. Not big on Manus Rider. And you got to keep your spell count high, too, for Delver. This deck has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19, 20. This deck has 23 spells for Delver. That's a little light. You know, if these 2 Gideons in a search were just spells, it'd be 26. It's a lot better. So, I like 1 Explosive on the board, 1 Staticaster for sure. But yeah, so list is not perfect. Obviously, it played pretty well, went 4-1, but definitely improvements we can make. Again, the Slip's pretty bad, the Charm was pretty bad, but a lot of good things happening here. I'd like to focus a little more on the aggression if possible, and play a few more cards that are good against creature decks like Forkbolt and Lavamancer. So again, final count is make this a Lavamancer, make this a Forkbolt. 4 of these should be Swift Spears, and this card should be probably a Helix, and then go from there. And then the Stronghold's got to go too, I think. Stronghold probably becomes Spirebluff Canal, something of that nature. Is Pyromancer better than Geist? No. But that's it. So thanks for watching the donation bonus league for Stevomat. If you haven't followed the show, make sure you follow. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you follow on there. Follow me on Twitter. Follow everything, etc., etc. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to do it. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later.